chef, or should I say commentator, for this afternoon, and I will actually put the ingredients together to make sure that we can come out on top with a Saturday afternoon of true rugby culture. Can I now say to you the team sheets that I'll take you through? Not going to go through all of them, but the Brackenfell first team on your screen, as you can see. You look out there for captain, and that is Marcel Uru, the number 6 flanker. I'm sure we're going to see the ever-present Braden de Cook and Hendrik Mulder, the fly half, the scrum half and fly half combination. And that front row, look out for Keenan McCarthy, the hooker. So, the coaches, as you see, Vessel Creel, head coach, they've come here for a mission today, Brackenfell. They want to spoil the home party. And let's go across to the Villagers team. Somebody that has got the boot going. I've seen him in the last couple of games, and that is the fly half in number 10, Devon Alavo. He has been playing exceptionally well at the moment, but for me, last game against the Ikeys, I saw Villagers in action. Bradley Thane, the scrum half, with his box kicks and his general control of the play was outstanding and exceptional. Don't forget, they'll be led by the spirited captain up front, number 2. Might be on your screen as number 7, but the captain is George Fritz, number 2, and he leads it by example. Well, ladies and gentlemen, put some more briarwood onto the fire. Start getting the potatoes in the tin foil ready. And we are going to have a Saturday afternoon blessed with glorious weather here in the Western Cape at the Villagers Club in Claremont. And we are going to celebrate South African rugby at its best. May I also say to you, thank you to everybody who makes it possible. This afternoon's game, sponsored by UXR Sport. Thank you to this magnificent company who have brought the game across to us today and made club rugby alive for you. We are delighted to announce on behalf of the Global Sports Network, who are covering club rugby here in the Western Cape, to say to you, thousands are joining the monthly subscription, and that is the honest truth. And they want to say thank you to you, Global Sports Network, for bringing the membership up to such a high ranking now that this can be a formidable Saturday afternoon or Wednesday evening club rugby presentation. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. The teams are getting ready. I do a shout out to our referee. Referee over here is Jaco Smith. Jaco, nice to see you on the field again. It was 20 odd years ago that Jaco Smith started his first game in the year 2004, and 2024 Jaco Smith is back here. An experienced campaigner is Jaco, and I can look down from the commentary booth and say to Jaco, can you give the crowds a wave, please? There he is, the man that's in charge after 20 years of service to club rugby. The two sides are on the field, and ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a cracker. Are you ready? Wherever you may be, once again, a huge thank you for supporting club rugby. We go right down to grassroots level. We've got the schools. Thank you, Super Sport Schools, as well, for bringing schoolboy rugby at all levels, and schoolboy sport, schoolgirl sport as well, through to our viewers at home. And even here on the sidelines, we've got the club rugby, like you heard me mention. Global Sports Network, making sure that we can support club rugby, so important as well for players trying to get through to the higher ranks at provincial and national. So thank you to all those providers, and thank you to people that officiate the games. A person like Jaco Smith, who is out there officiating and enjoying his Saturday afternoon as well. It looks like Villagers, they've got the kickoff, and it'll be Devon Lalvo. He's the man. He's got the big boom on him as well with the boom boom boot, and that is going to be up into the skies. A glorious sunny afternoon after all the rain we've had this week in the Western Cape, Cape Town area. Jaco Smith says, start your horses. Devon Lalvo puts it up into the sky. Beautifully taken by Brackenfell. Looking down for it is Braden de Kock. He puts it onto the box kick, but it's been charged down. Thomas Meyer, he puts it up onto his flying left wing in the form of Angelo de Toy. And that was what Villagers, the home side and home crowd, want to hear and see. Brackenfell securing beautifully in the air, but unfortunately not recycling their exit to the perfection that they would have liked. A big scrum now. Still Brandon de Kock now. He's got the opportunity to feed his scrum. Many of you sitting at home will know what it's like to be in the front row, and I'm sure you now rubbing your hands with glee because you want to see which man here in the front row can bring back memories for you. What I mean by that, they always want to greet each other and they always want to prove their strength in that front row in the very first scrum. That's why Jaco Smith is having a chat to them, saying, gentlemen, the most important is... And we've now got the scrum taken again. Just looking at screen and from our producer here, we can actually see that subscribers have joined us, and we just want to say thank you to you. You've actually signed in this afternoon. Thank you, Amir Davids and John Evan Constable, Tyrese, 15 years of age, Kirsten Sneyman. But the game's on. Villagers could be over the try line. Jaco Smith has said, yes, it is. And that would look like it's the big man. Could that have been Richards? Could that have been Kun? Just looking across to the far side. I'm watching the game live here, not on screen. And Villagers still keeping the accelerator down after that charge down from the Braden de Kock box kick. Lalvo, he's going to have to come from the touchline. How can I take the try honour away from number 5, Corne Oosthuizen? And Corne, congratulations to you, sir. The lock in the Villager side for his brilliant drive and body height position to actually go over for the first points of the game. Lalvo comes forward. The crowd have actually shouted it over, and it's a 7-pointer so early in the game. That's after 3.5 minutes, and that's exactly what Villagers would have wanted. Now we're going to have a look at Brackenfell starting the game for us. It's a flat and deep kick. Laval takes it again onto his boot. He puts it up into the skies. Taken beautifully by Nick O'Neill. He feeds it across to Eamon, the fullback. That ball could roll. Is it going to roll all the way into dead goal, in-goal area? And it's done just like that. Jaco Smith will bring them all the way back. Mr. Eamon can be a little disappointed because there was an outstanding kick into open play, and the ball just actually hit the ground and actually continued rolling, where it could have veered off to the side and would have been an exceptional kick for Brackenfell. So unfortunate there for Kuan Eamon, the fullback, and Brackenfell now put themselves back in their halves. This is a perfect opportunity for a blindside attack here. We've got the big man at number 8, Dion Maritz Kun. Is he going to be bringing in Grundeling, the fullback from Villagers, on the blind side? They've also got the very attacking number 14 is Shangaze. Here it comes, 8-9 it is. Tain's got it through the hands. It should have gone earlier to Grundeling. Thomas Meyer now gets down onto that ball. Ball is out. Tain gets it going. Tig makes it, takes it up. Lovo through the hands, pass Essling to Fullion. This man can play. Seen him in action before, and he knows how to cross the advantage line. It's pick and go time now. Villagers are now meaning business. It's a big run by the Mangold. The number one loosehead prop for Villagers. Brackenfell standing tall. It's a kick through. Utete chases. Covering looks like Brandon de Kock, but it now goes through. It was on the fullback, Eamon, that covered that beautifully. And penalty on the corner. And that is for holding on and no release. Referee Yucko Smith right on the spot. And Lavo will just gently nudge us into the corner. He does that. He could have taken it slightly closer, but safety first factor is the call. George Fritz, the captain now. He's the one that's got to make sure he finds the red dot in the middle of the dartboard. And who's that red dot going to be? It's probably going to be in the hands of Ewan Kutsia or Oosthuizen, but they've also used Thomas May. It's gone to the back to Kun. Can't afford to throw that away. Otete tries to clean in his fingertip knock-on, and Brackenfell will be very excited about getting the relief from that. Villagers surely disappointed because that set play could have been extra points. Let's have a look now. Brandon de Kock, he's the man that is going to be entrusted with putting this ball in. He's trying to find his fellow partner in Hendrik Mulder. Or will it go to Eamon? But they've got an exit plan from here. Got to make it work. Could it be the big man in Spreeth, the 8th man picking up? He does just that. And that's a good exit. That's an exit that Brackenfell can be very, very proud of. And that takes play up to the halfway line. And the AR right on the whitewash. Saying, Mr. Smith, bring the troops together here.
Right lines to middle, guys.
It's got the white line to now keep the meter space open in the line out. Brackenfell already. They're looking at the numbers. 4-man line out, 5-man line out. It's going to be 5 and 5. May, up it goes to the back, taken by Meyer. Utete comes forward, beautifully met by Carl Milford from Brackenfell. Tain again, Meyer again. He's actively involved, this captain. Tain as well. You'll hear his name many times this afternoon. Fulyun speeds it back to Lalvo. Oh, and this is we got a Lucania and pass. Lucania and pass it was this afternoon. And that looked like it was coming from the exciting Shangazi. It could have worked, but Yucko Smith right on the spot says, you do that for me. It's got to go straight or backwards. But enterprising play there. Dummy run on Espeling. The centre at 12 for Villagers. And then the sweep around the right wing in Shangazi, getting right across onto the left-hand channel to create the extra man space. Brackenfell, the scrums have been good. The front rows have got to greet each other already. As you can see, Stierwich are the scrums. Through the hands now it goes of Mulder, the fly half. Take it on further now. Brandon de Kock, he's got to find a big man. Down to ground it goes. Brackenfell setting up their pods beautifully, but look at the closing the space. Fulyun's on there. It's tackle ball. It's gone to ground. De Kock again. He's got numbers here. Brackenfell taking it to Villagers. Taken on beautifully there by Marcel Roux. Marcel Roux. Tain, it's turnover ball for Villagers. It's a long pass out. There it goes to Espeling. This man knows one way, and that's 4 and 2. It's tackle ball beautifully. Ball is out. Tain decides to play the chip over. De Kock is cleverly in place and knows that he's got to call the actual mark, which he does. Wasting no time turning, hitting it onto his right boot and taking play where he started onto the halfway line. Well, I warned you about club rugby. I warned you about how Super League A is hotting up. So it's like the charcoals on your fire that I was referring to earlier on. Put more logs on because this is bonfire rugby at its very best. We just got an injury at the present moment. Once again, let me take the opportunity to thank everybody. UXR Sport Company, thank you for sponsoring this game for Club Rugby here today. It's wonderful that you are investing in Club Rugby. Spectators around the country, now covering over 22,000 plus and more, growing in supporting the Club Rugby scene. And that's simply a monthly subscription of 30 Rand. And that will support clubs, officials, all the service providers to provide you with a game of Club Rugby as well. We get the national rugby, we get the international rugby, we get the provincial rugby, and we get the schoolboys, and now you're getting Club Rugby as well. What more can you ask for? Rugby, rugby, rugby. That makes any appetite very hungry for more. And thank you to Global Sports Network as well for being the overall provider and bringing this transcription and also bringing this opportunity to you on behalf of Club Rugby. Up it goes. It's beautifully stolen in the line out by Brackenfell. De Kock through the hands again. Mulder now. He's trying to actually, was he holding on? Referee Jaco Smith says no. No time to release. No time to play. Falling over. Stay on your feet, Villagers. Clearly indicated there by referee Jaco Smith. You heard me in the beginning. Started his first game in the year 2004 and refereeing now in his 20th consecutive year. That is what I'm talking about, serving the game of rugby. And Jaco Smith, referee, we salute you, sir. Right, onto the just short of the 22-meter line. Brackenfell, a great kick there. Now puts them in an attacking position. Still anybody's go. Let's have a look now. And we've got Keenan McCarthy. Superb line out work. That was as high as the clouds. Right, that is now a knock on in the line out. It's gone to ground on the way down. Referee Smith feels that the sacking was immediate before the maul had taken place. And now we've got Mr. Bradley Tane. From here, if he can get good ball and a stevige ball, and that means he will call on Carl Bealey, his tight head prop, to give him that right shoulder, the number 3 in the white jersey, or otherwise it'll go straight back to Lavo. But if he can get that right shoulder, he's got a superb box kick as well as this young Bradley Tane. Let's see, it goes to ground and straight on without hesitation. Overextending is the call on the tight head side, and that will be a little cross next in the name of Henry Creel. Referee Jaco Smith standing on his shoelaces there saying, I'm right here, and overextending on the tight head side. Now Brackenfell showing lots and lots of positive energy, and it is at times a little demoralizing that you get there and then suddenly there's a turnaround like that. But they're known for their continuous fight back in every game. So nothing's over. Still a scoreboard of 7 points to 0. Villagers lead. Time to go up now. It's outside the shoulder. That's not straight at all. Brackenfell get the ball back like they wanted. And they've called for their scrum. "13 minutes gone. Villagers now leading 7 points to 0. The cook, he's trying to find Mulder. Let's have a look again and see if he can offload to Reino Marais, the inside centre. He's a stevige young man. He looks like he can take on any opposition, but he's got Asperling opposite him, who's also solid in defence. Here comes the man I've just called. It's through the hand. It's Mulder back inside. That's quick hands and clever play, but they still haven't crossed the advantage line. That's straight down the field, but it does turn Angelo de Toy around. That could be a magnificent kick and becomes a magnificent kick by Angelo Dutoy, and that's actually taken Brackenfell further back than from where the kick was made. It's still their ball though. Vessel, Kieran McCarthy, up they go. No support by Brackenfell, so it wasn't collapsed, but the big men come through the middle in the form of Nico Nell. That's a big 4x4, number 4 lock. Now you've got Stefan van Wyk. He keeps it in, but AR says the shoulder was on the whitewash. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching at home, boys and girls, the best tackler on a rugby field, who is it? And you might be looking at a number. Let me tell you, the best tackler on any rugby field, constant, is the touchline. You get near that whitewash, it'll grab your ankles and grab your shoulder and pull you into touch. The touchline never misses a tackle, so get away from it and step off your foot into the field of play. Lalvo. This is good running. The body out is good. Tain again. This is the Mayor, the captain. Is he going to go all the way? He's got clear out from Kun. It's got to come quickly. Arms got to go out because there was collapse and go. You can't tackle. That'll be a yellow card. That could be cynical. That could be cynical. Yellow card. There it is. Not allowing Tain the 10 metres and tackling within a 2 metre range. And now Tain playing for that because he knows that there's an immediate reaction, and sometimes you can't help that from players. So to the naughty chair it goes. Unintentional there, reaction, and that will be Franco Bunzaya. And Franco will get an opportunity just to recharge. Has Franco done his side a service because he might have stopped a definite 7-pointer there? So it's up to the rest of the 14 men now to make sure that they live up to keeping that slate clean. It's 7-0 at the moment. They don't want any more against them, Brackenfell. Here's the pickup from Kun. Here we go again through Tain. It's Viljoen, the big man. He's 5 metres short of the line. Tain's looking. It's pick and go by Kun. Once again, Tain. Utete calls. He's missed. The big man is Mangold. He's actually scored before 2 weeks ago. Here we have a look. There will now be a chat. Jaco Smith, a very experienced man with the whistle, and he doesn't get flustered at all. He'll just have a calm, cool, collective chat and say, gentlemen, I can't keep on letting this go in the red zone area. 1 chair is enough. I don't want to actually have a whole choir of chairs from your team sitting on the sideline. So he's had a calming down chat. Our captain of Brackenfell, he's also just said, sir, I fully understand. And that chat going to Carl Milford. And Carl say, no worries, sir, I'll work with you. I understand. It's just the passion of the game, the eagerness that each player has to do well for his club and fly the flag high. Now the attacking options here. Brackenfell a man down. Milford's going to have to watch 1, 2, and 3 on the blind. Here we go again. Kun picks up. He brings in Viljoen, but it's behind him. And that's credit to the Brackenfell team. They closed the space beautifully. The pass from Kun behind the charging Viljoen, and that led to the knock-on. Let's have a look now. De Kock, he's the man that's going to feed this ball. The exit plan has to be superb. Can he find Mulder? Hendrik Mulder calling for it. Is he standing deep? He's also got to look for Eamon. Are they going to take it up straight away again with a crash from the inside centre, Reino Marais, to set up the pod? Rainer Maria, strong runner. Braden de Kock now. The front rows have been good today. Both sides, credit to them for their upright scrummaging. We've only had one extended scrum. Early shove on the engagement by Villagers. And Mulder now just with that beautiful left boot, but he hasn't found the touch line. He's found Inchangaze. He closes the space beautifully. He decides to step once, step twice, onto the hands of the big man in Meyer. They now need it quickly. Tain, Lauvo. Out it goes now, wide, onto the Toy. He cuts back inside. He's got to look now for support runners. Aspeling's over. Quick, soft hands are needed. And that was the goalkeeper save. That would have been one of the Premier League saves of the season. Kun on the far side. The pass being slightly down at the ankles. And it looked like a penalty save by one of the Premier League Manchester United goalkeepers as Kun dived down low to push it past the post. Well, I hope you're a Manchester United supporter because I just done credit to them. Right, we have a look now. Braden de Kock, yet again, he's the one to feed. Brandon de Kock, got to get that N in, Brandon de Kock. It's a steady scrum. Mulder again. I like the look of this Hendrik Mulder. He's got a good boot. And there is Twinkle Toes Rundling. But a superb kick from Hendrik Mulder. And put it so close to the touchline that he actually gets Rundling dancing on the tightrope. And he couldn't keep his balance, and what did I tell you? The touchline grabs that ankle. And Brackenfell gained 50 metres from that superb exit. Keenan McCarthy. He hasn't got Franco Bunzaya. Franco Bunzaya is not in the line out. He goes over the back, but he finds the captain, George Fritz of Villagers. That wasn't the player of the script. But knock on, fingertips in the pick and go by Angelo DeToy. We got a game here, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday afternoon, wherever you're sitting watching this club rugby game. Thank you, Global Sport Network. Thank you, UXR Sport, the official sponsors, UXR Sport, for this afternoon's game. And thank you for investing in our Saturday afternoon rugby experience. Lekker braaivleis, lekker rugby, and celebrations to follow afterwards. Brandon de Kock. Thank you to all those viewers who are actually we seen on screen, subscribing as we talk. And now we get Hendrik Mulder. Grundeling is back. That ball also going to roll. It'll be unfair. It'll be injustice to Mulder. It's dotted down. And it'll be the 22-meter dropout. It's tip and go. It's clever play. Here is Fulyun. He puts it downfield. It's a good kick. And is that ball going to roll? It's not going to have the distance. Kieran Ayman. He beats Fulyun. Has he got numbers? He's going to beat them all. Look at this run from Ayman. He puts it onto the right boot. This will be a try of club rugby's note. In Shangazi to Otete. Over the top it goes. It's taken on more. Brackenfell on the attack here. If you're Brackenfell on the stand up in your lounge. Sealing off. Ayman. What a superb run by fullback Kieran Ayman. He had hardly any space, but with a little jinx and a one body swerve, he beat 4 or 5 players and then put it through tactfully onto the boot at pace. And that had Villagers. All the village people came scrambling out there to prevent that try, and the only way to stop it was going off their feet. Otete, the last man to get up, but Brackenfell have an attacking opportunity. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the question I ask you, would you take the kick at poles? Would you take the line out? Would you take the scrum? For me, 3 points is half a try. There's plenty of rugby still. I would have gone for poles, but Brackenfell have got better ideas. They say, no, sir, we don't want 3 points, we want 7. Tap and go it is. Setting up the collapsed maul, basically. It's pick and go. Villagers now say, you're going to have to barge through this door, which Brackenfell are doing. It's pick and go. Are they going to show me that 7 points is better? Arms out by Jaco Smith. Pick and go, body height is good from both teams. Back to the 5 meter. Hand on the ball, slowing it down is the call. 7-3 would be exciting because then you only need a converted try. But they say, no, hold on a minute. Is there a change in plan? It's line out chance now. Brackenfell saying, we don't want half a try. We want the 4-pinter. 7 points is what we've come to play for. They're just getting their line-out code sorted out here. Sometimes it's a mathematical algorithm that has to be solved by the forwards. In simple code name. And we hope that all 8 of them have got, all 7 of them, because we've got Mr. Bunzai ready to go back on. Up it goes. Beautifully taken. That looked like a roo. It's gone straight to ground on the collapse. Inside is Reino Marais. That is tackling, closing the door immediately. Arm is out again. And that now is going to be a very serious chat from referee Jaco Smith. It may not have been cynical, but it's the 3rd one. And I'm sure he's going to be having his last opportunity chat to the Villagers' defence. George Fritz is saying, gentlemen, have you heard? Next one, I'm sure, will be sitting on the naughty chair, which is now vacated by Mr. Bunzaya from Brackenfell. But the chair is nice and warm. Is it waiting for a Villagers player for any cynical infringement now? I'm sure Jaco Smith would send them to the chair. So Villagers, better be good boys inside their 5 meter zone now. Brackenfell receiving Bunzaya at the right time. So I asked you the question earlier, should they have gone for poles? I'm giving you my answer, yes. 7-3 would have been a psychological boost, but Brackenfell, all credit to them. Confident as anything, they are going to go for 7-pinter. Mulder almost puts it into the road in the house next door, but he's made secure of his line out. And now, Keenan McCarthy, he's got to find Bullseye. Is it going to be Milford? No, it's gone to the front, and there is the drive. It's a collapse maul immediately. It's pick and go time. That's Nick O'Neill. It's clever play. It's got to be a long pass. It's a beautiful dummy. Everybody got sold on that dummy. Arm is out again by Jaco Smith. That could have been high. Nick O'Neill back in the action today. That big body with the leg drive. Superb. Here we go. It's going to be close fringes. Get in close here, says Brandon now. Brandon de Kock. I need your help. Out it goes. Hearing his call is Nick O'Neill. But he's tackled backwards. On the blind side, there's dancing again. That could have been the Eamon. He's got lovely footwork. Taking it up. Brackenfell can smell the try line. And when they smell that try line, who's going to stop them? Villagers say we are. Down to ground again. It's one for you, one for me. But now it could be closer than you think. Is it held up? Yes, it is. And here's what I said to you. The naughty chair was getting cold, and I'm sure that Jaco Smith is going to say, go and warm up that white chair on the sideline next to the officials. He's done just that. And could that be the captain himself, Thomas Meyer? And spoken once, twice, three times, and Jaco Smith no further option but to say, don't think about what I was saying. Captain Meyer now takes his seat. He'll have a cup of tea, some juice while he's there on the sideline. And Brackenfell now. I'll just say again that if they had been given 3 penalties, they'd be leading 9 points to 7 now. They wouldn't have obviously had all 3 penalties there because they've been down there for the last 10 minutes. But they would have converted at least one of those. But they want 7, and good luck to them. Can they get it now? They're down for the scrum. They've got 1 man extra. And may their efforts pay off. Arms out again. Mulder through to the right wing, and now goes out to Ewan. Is he held up? There's going to be a discussion now. This could be very interesting. To me, that could be a try to Ewan Amon. Or was it held up? But there will be a penalty infringement. So no try given. That would have been held up, landed on his back. But it will be a penalty infringement. And Brackenfell will get their next penalty. I'm just putting some Becky Specerea on my reflection on how valuable 3 points for Poles is. 5 infringements kickable would have been 15 points, but Brackenfell showed how close they can get. So they've had a dress rehearsal and crossing the line. They just had held up. Now they can do it correctly. They get their 7 points and justly deserved. Villagers, credit for trying to keep them out. Thomas Meyer, the captain, he's now anxious, sitting on the sideline watching this, saying, come on boys, hold out, I'm coming back. Good scrum from Brackenfell. Brandon de Kock. Mulder taking it on. The big man in Murray. Arm out again, that's high. This will be another chair. Get another white chair ready. I'm sure that Mr. Mayer's going to get a friend. There it is. And that'll be the outside centre, the impressive Andres Foljun. He comes and sits with his captain. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the opportunity for Brackenfell to level the scores now. They've got 2 players from Villages off. George Fritz. My apologies, George. I mentioned Thomas being the captain. You the captain. Thomas has captained before. But George Fritz now being spoken to as captain of Villages. And now, Brandon de Kock. He's asking Mulder, what are we doing? Eamon saying, please, 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 let's get into the back line. I want to come through like a bullet from full back. Are they going to scrum again like they did in the last? Brackenfell.
Man on! Man on! Leave last! Come back, along!
Taking it on further. Arm is out again. Could this be close to Wiggle and Wheel standing up as well? Any cynical infringement now, I'm sure could lead to a penalty trial option because there's 5 and 6 opportunities. And if it's cynical, referee Jaco Smith, I'm sure, will think about enough chatting to villagers about the infringements. But they're holding on. The damn wall of villagers is not about to crack. Brackenfell getting the upper hand in the scrums. And they know now they've got their foot on the gas. They just need to accelerate it into points. Brandon de Kock. Reinied Spreed. Is he going to be picking up at 8, Reinied? No, doesn't look like. It's an 8-man scrum. It's going all the way. And Brandon de Kock, Mulder, he tries to dance over. Is he going to be held up? The ball's still got to come back. It could be body hard stuff. It's got to be. Trying to go through the front door. The door is 2. You're not going to get through there. Now it goes out wide. Jockeying along is Van Staden. And the try is scored. Hendrik Van Staden. Eventually, after 10 minutes and 6 penalties in a row, Brackenfell have managed to convert it into 5, and credit to them. A solid scrum on the front foot. Villagers 2 men down, 1 in the pack and 1 in the back line, created the extra space out wide. And Hendrik Van Staden made no other option but knowing where the corner flag is. Mulder now, is he the man entrusted to put this over? It's a left boot that is educated. It's got the skills. Let's listen for the click of leather from the rugby boot onto the leather of the ball. You don't need to hear any distance boof, boof. You just need to hear click and you'll know it'll be savoured to Sinipala. 7-5 the score. And let's have a look now. We've seen that is 33 minutes into the game, 33 minutes and 31 seconds. This is for the Gelyk for the tar, and it stays 7 points to 5. We've got a game on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. I warned you about Super League A rugby in the Western Cape on a Saturday afternoon or a Wednesday night, but Saturday afternoon it is. Glorious sunshine weather. Down on your skottel, down on your bra. Turn up the heat, add some logs because the second half is coming and that is going to be very, very entertaining. 7-5, Lalvo. He puts it deep. Has it gone straight? No, it hasn't. It's gone on to the try scorer. Van Staden. He tries to go and get his second one from there. Got to go to the back of the infringement. And referee Jaco Smith says, come on guys, jeepers, I keep on talking to the class now, and as teacher I'm now starting to say there's going to be detention for more of you. So he just had a quick little word there to Ewan Kutsia, and then another word to captain of the class and George Fritz, and saying, let's settle down please and let's get on with our classwork. And that is the game of rugby. Mulder, I told you about the click of the ball. Did you hear the sound? That click has meant it's gone forward by some 55 metres onto the 22-metre line of villagers. And just shows you when you've got two classmates outside the class, they've been sent up to the headmaster's office, is Mr. Mayer and Mr. Fulyun. So villagers down to 13 in the class. Up it goes again. The big man, Nico Nell. He takes it on further. Through the hands of Mulder. Here's the impressive Jurgen. Nice to see him getting the ball at last. Through the hands again it goes. Ankle tackles. Brandon de Kock through the hands. Nico Nell puts it through. Onto the hard-running Hendrik van Staden. Go out wide again is the call. But it's taken, it's turnover ball by the Villagers. That's what they wanted. Krundeling now, he's trying to get his way out of there, but he's been held by the jersey. Now Brackenfell, drive it back, it's turnover ball. And this is what they wanted, it's soft hands. Mulder's got to skip it. It's a great tackle by Shangazi. Deep. That was like load shedding tackle, the light suddenly went off. Wow, wow, wow. In Shangazi. The saying is you put your body on the line. He put an aeroplane on the line as well because that was a crash tackle of note. Up in the air, Aspling is there. And ladies and gentlemen, this is big stuff here. There is collision time. Some of these hits are like WrestleMania hits. It's boom boom. Thomas Meyer's back on. And now we've got Willem Rose for blood replacement. William Rose, number 23, he's going on.
Right, clean catch, Mark.
And the short arm mark by Aspeling in the air, and he takes the kick himself and puts it out about 10 meters. Brackenfell still got their tails up. They now sniff that they want to go into the lead at half time.
We've got just over 2 minutes.
And 1 minute 30 it is to go. It's going to be interesting team talks by both coaches. Coach of Brackenfell, Wessel Creel, he's going to have a big chat to his troops to say, don't give it away, you can do it. And then Andrew Kutsia, he's going to say, gentlemen, we was up early in the game and we seem to have gone onto the back foot.
Stop you in front.
Lauvo, it's a bit of a voervoer kick, but it actually hits the ground and runs to the touchline. And that'll take us into the last 60 seconds. Once again, Kieran McCarthy, he's the man. Brackenfell don't want any infringement. They don't want to give away any points now, not even a 3-pointer. So they want to keep it steady. They might be happy with 7-5 for a half-time chat. Up it goes, but it's over the top. This is what I was referring to. Kun, he beats 1, he beats 2, he knocks down the 3rd, he takes on the 4th. It's a turnover ball. No, off your feet is the call. Off your feet. That's a good clear out, but then off the feet. That looked like Milford. And as I was saying on behalf of Brackenfell, you don't want to give away a 3-pointer because the halftime chat suddenly turns it into we are try behind instead of 2 points behind. But it's still anybody's game. We've got 40 exciting minutes of South African club rugby at its very best here in Claremont at the Villagers' home. Once again, a huge thank you to Global Sports and Network that are behind club rugby in this province and saying right across the country and other sports, but we want to bring they want to bring club rugby to you. And for 30 Rand a month, please subscribe wherever you are around the country, supporting club rugby, the officials, coaches, managers, players, and you can watch a game like this. That hits the poles. And it's taken on again.
Leave it, stay.
It should just be the touchline and it'll be half time, but it's kicked downfield. Utete. Now Grundeling, he closes the space. Boom is the call.
No hands,
Die
Will.
bus
Leave
is
it,
vol.
leave it.
Jy gaan nie hier opklim nie. Aspeling, he takes it on directly. He's a strong player, Aspeling. Dan Aspeling, he goes to ground. Is that coming over the top? Lauvo, he beats one, he beats two. He's got to now make sure it's secure. That's a superb turnover. It's a kick downfield. And taken into touch. And that should be the halftime call. But what a superb clear out it had been there by Brackenfell to actually prevent, and that's credit to the man, Reinhard Spreet. Gentlemen, thank you for coming back to Club Rugby Entertainment on a Saturday afternoon at the Villagers Club. We are delighted to be bringing you the second half here, Global Sports Network, as well as the sponsor for today in UXR Sport, officially sponsoring this game. Thank you to the companies that do this.
I can't let him.
And that is not only for the companies sponsoring this game, but all club games across the Western Cape this afternoon.
Are you sure?
And wherever you else may be in the country, thank you for your support. Sometimes goes unnoted, all those businesses and friends that invest in schoolboy rugby, club rugby, to keep the game alive in our beautiful country. We say thank you for that. It's the more recognitions and thank yous you can get, and the highlighting, and all the officials, referees, headmasters, club chairmen, coaches, you name it. But we're up in the skies for that now. Taken on further by the hard-running Milford. He's tackled backwards though. Brandon de Kock, moving it through the hands now. He's a good runner, this Eamon, Q&A Eamon. Gone to ground, it is Van Staden. But it's a knock on there and a great tackle by William Rose. If you just joined us for the second half, Brackenfell now playing from my left to right, and that is in the blue and white stripes, up against the white and red and slight green cuffs of Villagers. Brandon de Kock just getting his rugby boots fastened. Bradley Tain, talented player, a little quiet this afternoon is Bradley. They had a superb game against the Ikeys on Wednesday night.
Coach!
The UCT Ikeys, Villagers coming away with the win on that game. They need points this afternoon. Both of them sitting just below, both these clubs below middle point on the table. Lauvo, he's kicked that directly into touch. And it'll be inside the 22-metre area because it was taken back. And now let's have a look again. You've got the replacement on in the form of Thomas Booker.
Marcel, Linus Jellison.
Where is this going to go now? It's going to go probably to the front would be the best call, but it goes to the middle. Up it goes, coming down. But that's not straight, and that goes into the side numbers on the dartboard. And Brackenfell needed to hit the Roy Koliki in the middle, and it's missing that. So Bradley Tain, he gets the opportunity now. Exit plan onto the boot of Lauvo will be the one that is needed because he's got a boom boom of a boot.
Guys, we're already interlocked, eh?
William Rose on for Angelo Dutoy, has been on for some time now in the first half. That's jersey 23 for Villagers, standing on the blind side channel there. Will Kun think of attacking that through an 8-9 quick option. Kun, Tain and Rose on the blind side, but safety first will surely go on to the big boot of Lauvo.
Sit! Use it!
And it's a pick up by Kun. There was go forward ball in the scrum. Brought down to ground. Back now to Lauvo. Taken back in. Van Staden. He's going to have to close the space. He's got Rose ahead of him. But Van Staden says, gentlemen, I know where the try line is. Uteti's on his back. Brings him to ground. The Kock now. Finding the big men. That's in the form of Roux, Marcel Roux. The Kock again. Back inside by Nick O'Neill. Onto the very impressive speed this afternoon, the number 8, through the hands of number 5, Bunzaya. It's gone wide from Mulber, right across to the left channel, and over the hands it goes by Ayman, and straight into touch as he was trying to find his man in the form of Stefan van Wyk. Stefan would have had to rock it up in height by another meter to have received that. So good play by Brackenfell has now gone to the throw-in for Villages. The medical staff just working with Coordinate Oosthuizen, the lock for Villages. He's getting the magical ice. See, an ice, blocks of ice don't only work for the lekker refreshments. Blockies ace also work for the hoof pain, as seen here, or the shoulder injury. It's amazing what magical ice can do. It can cool the throat and it can also cool the body. Here, Mr. Oosthuizen, he's going to get cooled down, and the medical staff say, you have any more issues, we're going to take you to the sideline. But he's a strong man. An acer of a man is Mr. Coordinate Oosthuizen, and he's back into the engine room in the middle of the scrum to go and do his duty.
Villagers, let's go. 5 man.
Mr. Mangold, Carl Mangold, the loose head prop for Villages. He goes and delivers the code. Up goes Thomas Meyer, and now the leg drive. Now the leg drive. Now it goes to ground. Bradley Tain. Is that slow ball? Is it turnover ball? Still in the hands of Villages. The box kick, he's so well known for this. There's he got his kicking box out again. Look at that. It's good, it's hard, but it's directly into touch. And now our friend Thomas Booker. He's got to find the jumper. Last time he found the side of the dartboard. He's got to make it straight now. Up it goes. Taken off the top. Mulder into the middle goes of Marais. It's knocked backwards. Mulder again. He gets held by Asperling. The number 12 inside centre. Straight back to Ayman. He puts it downfield. Shangazi. He's been full of running this afternoon. Very energetic, very alive. Oh, and there we go again. No arms in that tackle were made earlier on. You can see referee Jaco Smith saying, give him a hug, please. Not just the shoulder touch. Lalvo. Is this going to be the solid kick that he's known for? It most definitely is. That is a superb 50-meter touchline gain. And that's what I've mentioned before. Kicking for touch from a penalty should be a skill that is over-practiced during the week at rehearsal time, the practices. It is so valuable that you hit it like Lavo has just done, instead of just gaining 10 meters or so. If you're going for the touchline, make it count like it is. Meyer soars into the clouds. Good throw by Fritz. Now Fritz has got to get into the driving seat at the back. The leg drive is going nowhere. Brackenfell say, we've got the brakes on. But now Fritz breaks away. He's now 4 meters short. Villagers want it. It's a big wide out pass. It could be try time. It's short of the line. And referee says held up. He was inside, but held up as an earlier call when Brackenfell went over.
No grounding.
And it'll come 5.
Yellow.
And there you see the attacking scrum for the held up infringement.
I was closer. Come on, nice try.
Villagers now, Brackenfell, they all in this game together because they don't want Villagers to add another 7 onto their 7 and make the scoreboard read 14-5. At the moment, 7-5 to Villagers. Brackenfell got to stand tall. Villagers desperate to score. They need another 7-pointer. This could be a big pickup by Kun again. It could be a Cook-Tain full Yun effort on the blind side. Just some instructions sorting out there. Mangold takes his position in the front row. The loose head prop for Villagers. And this has to be a big scrum. Brackenfell, we're scrumming well towards the in the latter stages of the first half. And a solid scrum is needed again. Both sides doing well. Thane, full Yun, he'll go himself. He'll go himself. He goes himself! And full Yun, give him the ball and he will make sure he knows one way. If he was one of the horses on the farm, he knows where that farmhouse is and where the bunch of hay would be. He sniffs it and he heads for home. Catch me if you can, he says. And no one could that time from Brackenfell. 5 points. That surely does some confidence boosts for Villagers. They take it on to 12. Brackenfell 5. Lalvo, he's got the big match temperament now to hit it from the touchline. And can he do that for the extra 2-pointer? Brackenfell, they're not going to take too kind to that. They'll come bouncing back. You watch my words, ladies and gentlemen. This game is far from anywhere over. Lalvo. He lines up his chipper. He wants to land it on the dance floor of the green, right next to the flag, which is the stripes on the crossbar. Is it a click? It sounded good. It sounded so good that it landed right in the hole, and it is a 2-pointer to take it to 14 points to 5. Exciting stuff here. The afternoon sun starting to just suck behind the Tafelberg. Beautiful conditions for rugby. Just a little chill in the air. That's a great kick by Mulder. Up into the skies. It's gone backwards. Lalvo, chip and chase is the call. It's bounced admirably. Nshangasi. He had fingertips on it. And just when replacement Zane Barnard thought that I've come onto the field and I'm actually going to make it happen, there were fingertip knock-ons by Nshangasi.
Okay, I'll tell you now.
Here we go, scrum down time. Brandon de Kock. He's to feed. Mulder, he's had a solid game. The 9-10 of Brackenfell been good today.
Crouch! Fine!
Let's have a look now. Mangold standing up saying, I'm not ready. And that's the way to do it. Only scrum when you are ready to scrum. Safety factors first here, very important.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Scrum it is, keep it up, keep it up. Villagers trying to get the wheel. It's scrummed around. It is now a definite drive forward in the scrum, and then the upper hand wheel from the left hand side. Mangold. It's actually pulled around as well by Brackenfell, taking the heavy pressure on there. And referee right on the spot. It was go forward in the scrum first before the left hand wheel. So gaining the advantage in the scrum was Villagers. Lalvo, surely he will now just nudge this to the corner. Doing just that. Probably not his best nudge, but another 15 meters, taking it on to the 22. Replacements coming on. Brackenfell.
Hold on, and 9's also down.
We set here ready
guys,
for the
villagers, set
restart,
up.
just waiting for replacements to take their positions.
No more sacking.
Here it comes again. Through the hands it goes in Shangasi. He makes sure it's going to go back for the advantage. And replacement here.
Right sack.
It's William Rose, but Lauvo takes it on further.
Ek verstaan as jy omglip. Ongelukkig afgegaan nadat jy al getrek het.
Just going on jersey number here, and 22 now looks like it's William Rose. Up it goes in the line out though. That's Thomas Mayer. He takes it on beautifully.
Use it.
It's body heart again.
On
George
man,
Fritz
it's
at the
on
back
man.
will break from it.
No.
It's pick and go time.
Step, 3.
Still waiting. Body heart is low. It's good. Can they keep this up? Can they keep it up? It's gone to ground and it'll be turnover ball.
More. They never went to ground.
William Rose now to feed.
Guys, okay there.
So the change in name as well. Philisanda and Gobo on the left wing. William Rose at 22.
Blue. Sien okay daarso.
4 Villages. It's like Rushan Johnson and jersey 20 has come on for the Brackenfell side. Just gone a little quiet the game at the moment, but we need to add some fuel onto it.
Ouch!
The clock has been replaced at scrum off. It's pick up at the back by the Spreeth, impressive Spreeth. It's got to get onto the left boot of Mulder. Does just that. That's a superb clearance, but Grundling, he's in place. It's got to get through the hands. This could be crash time. It is now in Gorbo. He turns it back. It's pick up and go. Oh, it came off for boots. It's penalty time.
Tackle.
My apologies.
A tackle
For the
sidelines.
infringement, says the boot of Villages man coming through. Not meaning to kick it through, but superb pickup. To me, Spieth again getting onto that.
Ja, 2 jaar terug sou hy weggekom en dan weer 'n tackle.
And a great nudge forward.
2 years ago,
And this puts Brackenfell in an attacking position.
2 years ago, he would have gone away with it. Yeah, is a tackle as offside lines, eh?
Let's have a look now. Thomas Rooker. Referee says timeout because the ball has gone missing. Can you believe it? It's wedged in the tree. And everybody is trying to climb the tree to get the ball out, but another ball comes onto the field. None of the spectators on the far side in the car park area are willing to climb up that tree. But that's where it stays for the moment. We've got the replacement. Game on. Dummy run. And that was Johnson up. It's tapped backwards. Brackenfell now. High tackle it is. Where do they go with this? Again, to the corner flag. I'm sure they will. Or do they go to Parlour? Corner flag by Mulder. Not reaching the corner flag, but into the 22-metre area. AR's got his arm up and saying, let's have the line out from here, please, gents. Still waiting for the ball. This time it's lying on the other side of the fence, and one of our loyal spectators on the far side, he goes and makes sure he gets it. Referee's got his stopwatch started again. Booker. To the back it goes. Down it comes. Referee's happy with that. Now the leg drive is important. Johnson comes back from the outside the line out to rejoin it. It's still driving. There's control on it. So referee Yucko Smith says play to it, please. Mulder. Now through the hands. That's a great kick. And this could be the ever... Oh, goodness gracious me. That was superb rugby. And Brackenfell, take the credit, please. Because there you had Nazir D'Souza picked it up at pace on his bootlace, and then as it was going to ground, nudged it forward through for the live wire Eamon to pick up, and he just actually had fingertips knock into touch. Replacement for the Villagers. And that replacement will be Tian Duplessis. He comes into the engine room.
Crouch!
We're down to the 20-minute phase, the fourth quarter of the game. And that's good afternoon there to Oosthuizen. He took a knock earlier on. He's off the field. Asperling takes it up at first centre.
No, don't block him.
William Rhodes is looking for it. He'll find Lauvo. Lauvo. That's a clever kick. Van Staden underneath it. Inside to the young man in Eamon. Out it goes to D'Souza. D'Souza's impressive. Johnson now onto it. Brackenfell starting to light the fires again. The blue and white stripe fires. Mulder sells a dummy.
No, 20.
It's time to make it happen. Chip and chase. The big men taking it on there. The last quarter waits. It's anybody's game still. Pick and go. Spieth is there as well, trying to offer his body weight clear out.
Use it.
Through the hands. Now this is Brackenfell. Trying to make sure now that there is no infringement. Brackenfell.
Stay.
Peterson. He's looking for the ball. Where is it? He's calling. There he gets it to Mulder. Oh, that's a good swivel. That's a good turn. That is on the stage of twisting and turn. Here, to me, is a man that just put his hands up in Spieth. The number 8, Brackenfell, now trying to get it to turn away. It's pick and go through the middle. Spieth, I mentioned his name. It's pick and go again. The body height was too upright, though. You've got numbers out wide. D'Souza gets it. It's through the hands of Rue. It's going out wide. It's pick and go still. Great tackle and cover defence by Villagers. The game is on
Leave
here.
it, guys.
Rue trying to clear out. It's solid ground for Brackenfell. They go on the blind side. Was that the best option? It did gain an extra 2 meters. And referee has called it now for the first penalty infringement. It's tap and go. It's Mulder. It's soft hands. Going through onto front and going through onto Jorgen.
Leave it now.
Can they get it back? Rue is a turnover ball. William Rose seems to think so, so do I. The scrum off for Villagers back to Grundling. He puts it up in the sky. Onto it now is jersey 22. Enrico Peterson. That's a great tackle.
No holding. Good contest.
12 it is, and that is now Marais who's moved to scrum off. This is Johnson again. Look at this man fly to the corner! Johnson, number 20. That is a Lucania M, a Pimpy, but rather Lucania M and the impressive, let's say, Villiers flying around as in our Springbok national colours. The soft hand switch pass, and that is credit to Johnson and credit again to Eamon. Wow, wow, wow. That is at its very best. Credit to Villiers standing with their closed door defence. But Brackenfell kept on knocking to say, is anybody home? Anybody home? If not, we're going to come inside even if you don't open the door. Well, they went wide through the windows, outside windows, and actually found themselves inside. To say, we are here to party. Because the score is 14-10 and Mulder knows how important these 2 pointers will be. I warned you at 4 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen, that we've got a game of rugby here. Club rugby on a Saturday afternoon. Schoolboy rugby on a Saturday. This is what we live for, week by week. Boulder. Click it is, but it's going to be wide of the right hand upright. My apologies, Mulder of the right hand upright. Yes, there we go. 14-10. And ladies and gents, we are down to 15 minutes. Fasten your seatbelts. Mark the eye gordel fast, because now we are going to actually have a takeoff for 15 minutes, the last 15 minutes of the game. Lalvo, he'll want to put it up into the darkening sky. Club lights are on. There it is. Get underneath that. Speed says, I will. He knocks down the advancing. Players from Villagers. Lalvo's got underneath it. He's got Shangazi with him. Shangazi gets it now, but it's a great tackle. Manages to get it back to Asperling. Rose. Making his way felt now is Jacobs for Villagers. Meyer, we got the crowd alive here as well now. All players on the field. Jaco Smith, he's got something to control here in the orchestra. Heats up with its play. Grundling, he goes through 3-4. Got a turnover ball, and that is great, great play. Looked like it was Rue. Here's this young man. I've said it before. You think Michael Jackson can move in thriller, while you want to see Eamon. He's got all the dance moves on this rugby dance floor. Through the hands again. It's kicked backwards by Van Staden. Referee's got to blow that because we've got medical staff on the field and there is a knock as well. Cramping time for certain players. And club officials from both teams, they will actually applaud their players. They've put their bodies on the line for their respective clubs. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. It means that you are subscribing to the Global Sports Network, covering club sport across the country, and especially here in the Western Cape. And it's possible because you're paying your 30 Rand monthly subscription. And that enables you to, and us, bring to you the game of club rugby. Thank you to UXR Sport as well, the official sponsors for this specific game, Villagers against Brackenfell. Thank you, UXR Sport, for investing in these two clubs this afternoon. William Rose to feed.
Coach!
12 minutes left on the clock.
Sit!
1, 2, 3, 4. Arm has to go out by referee Jaco Smith. Lauvo runs to the advance. My goodness. Mulder to Lauvo, 10 to 10. And he's saying, I've been waiting to greet you all afternoon, Mr. Lauvo, and he did so with a heavy contact. But the arm was already out for breaking up in the scrum. And Meyer brings the ball forward. And surely Lauvo is going to push that to the corner flag. The sands of time run down to 12 minutes. That's a great kick by Lauvo. A superb kick that takes the game now right into 5 meters from the try line of Brackenfell. Fritz has to find his jumper now. Meyer it is. Bring it down. There's a replacement on it at the back. It's the Villagers' leg drive. Referee's arm is out. Coming in from the side and causing it to collapse. That was D. Kruger, the hooker for Villagers, coming on to put that in. A pressure throw, and his rival, he took it under pressure and made it superb in hitting the spot on the board. Where will Villagers go now? For me, after they actually showed supremacy in the last scrum, they should have gone for that, but they know better in the sense of going for the line out. They got their penalty from the last scrum. Could they have scrummed at 5 meters and actually gone for a penalty try option, if anything? Now they've got to make sure they find Thomas Meyer again. They did that. Thomas Meyer had to reach for the heavens there. And now they are driving it sideways. Arm is out again. It's try time, and that is D. Kruger. That's a way to arrive at the party and say, I'm here. Turn up the music. I'm on the dance floor, says D. Kruger. And I'm the man that is going to make it count. He points to the sideline and he says, that's what you wanted me to do, and that's what I'm going to do. Brackenfell, they will not hesitate to come back from it. 10 meters is like 10 years. 10 minutes is like 10 years on a rugby field. Plenty of time still. They cannot afford now to think that the game's over, and Brackenfell will not do that. Laval knows to soften them a little more. 2 points would actually just take it a little bit further away from the Brackenfell blue and white stripes. But watch the spirit. This game is not over. 9 minutes, 40 seconds left on the field clock. Lavo. He put it in the hole last time. He's done it again. He's put those 2 pointers down onto the golf green, and the ball rolls it in the little golf cup on the green to give the extra 2 points bonus. 21 points Villagers, 10 points to the Brackenfell. Thank you to the respective official sponsors of the teams as well. sponsoring our club rugby teams here today, as well as across the respective clubs in the Super League A and the rest of the teams and their age groups. Rose puts it up. Ayman, watch out for this man. Watch out for him. Watch out for Ayman. Don't give him space. This is the way to play the game. It's Spieth. Oh, that's his fingertips gone forward. That was keeping it alive. I personally have been so impressed with the fullback of Brackenfell, Mr. Ayman. Every single time he touches the ball on defence, he turns it into attack by closing it a good 20 metres. And we're looking and seeing that we have got 8 minutes and 23 seconds. The clock has stopped on the field watch. If you're looking on screen, you will notice that there's not a gym class taking place here because there are 2 or 3 players with legs in the air. They're cramping at this time and working harder them to get those legs running again. Jurgen, he's back on his feet. Coming onto the field of play now is Tian Duplessis for Brackenfell.
Sorry, who's your captain? Since George is off.
I think Thomas, who's captain?
What's your name again? Thomas.
The singing starts in the sunset. This is like sunset serenades. We've got bra fires, we've got singing, we've got rugby, we've got excitement.
Bang!
William Rose waits. The scrum is solid, but Brackenfell coming back now. They'll get the penalty. And a great scrum there on the loose head side. Interesting times now. They two at least 11-point scores. They have to go probably to the touchline to close the space. But they're now going to polls. And is that the wise call at the present moment? Because it'll still leave an 8 points difference, meaning they'll have to score twice anyway. Now this time probably I contradict myself and say anytime there is a kick for 3 points at the polls, take it. This time I would have gone hook 2. Corner flag, because they need a good 2 tries and a conversion to win this game as Brackenfell. Villagers, they know that Mr. Mulder should strike this over and take it to 21-13, leaving 8 points in it. Don't rest on your lead, Villagers. Be aware, attack your score. Mulder attacks the scoreboard himself, and he puts that up to a 2-pointer. 3-pointer on the scoreboard now. 21-13. Wow. This has been superb this afternoon. This is excitement. Any neutral rugby spectator tuning in, whether you're Brackenfell, whether you're Villagers, or whether you're just watching the game of club rugby, I'm sure that you're enjoying this, just like I am. Lalvo. Mulder. It's gone to Ayman. Pass up. Here comes Ayman. Here comes Brackenfell. It's smothered tackle, ball and all. Asperling is there for Villagers. Mulder again. That's the big knock forward pass first. So the regather was from a knock on into Villagers and bouncing back. Just when Tian Duplessis thought he might have a chance to break through. But knock on first. And Villagers know that 8 pointers. Just keep the Brackenfell side down. Are they going to capitalise now by trying to put an extra try on the board? Seems like they've brought everybody across to attack on the open side. Could this be a decoy for Kun? And now they should slow it down and take the points. They need to do that. Victory is important, or do they go to the corner flag for the bonus point? It looks like they're choosing that extra option. They believe that 8 points is enough on the clock, but an extra bonus point would be superb for them. We look, 5 minutes has been signalled on the field clock. Villagers know now, they put it to the corner for a reason. Brackenfell want to keep them out because they know they're only 8 points adrift. Up it goes, Meyer, done it the whole afternoon, it's an immediate sack. And that sack could be superb. Kruger gets it back to Rose. All the leg drivers is wonderful here now. Rose again. Lovo. Oh, that could be a card. Referee shaking his head and saying no, it was a definite attempt to catch the ball. In my eyes, credit to referee Jaco Smith, but an extended hand. One hand is an option that you can actually have a serious chat. But Jaco is the man right on the spot. William Rose.
Solid sit. Crouch! Point! Sit.
Set to feed. Is Kun going to pick up here? No, it's a great scrum by Bracken. But on the side of the scrum, it's popped out. He's had 2 opportunities as Fenter, the number 20 for Villagers, where he's thought he's had a breakaway, only for the referee's whistle to have already gone. He would have been the hero of the town of Villagers if he had managed to pick that up and go all the way to score. 3 minutes left, 181 seconds on the clock. Sounds like a lot. It is a lot. Rose feeds. Great scrum. Referee's arm because breaking was Johnson. Oh my goodness! My goodness! That is a switch off of note. An ontploffing, an explosion of a tackle on Lovo. As tough as he is though, he's the man to get up. That would have been felt because all my bones rattled. These old bones here, they got shook by that tackle. It was felt around the stadium. And Lovo getting attended to. Hence, William Rose puts it into the corner.
Stay bound.
117 seconds left. Let's have a look now. Up they go. Thomas Meyer, the script's been written all afternoon. At the back, does it come back now to Kruger again? Kruger scores.
Okay, you got here, guys. You got here. Get away. Get away.
And ladies and gentlemen, we've got to have a look here. I cannot do discredit to Zane Barnard in jersey 21. He looked like Mr. Kruger. Zane Barnard. Is he the try scorer for Villagers? No, it is. It is Kruger.
Blood.
Kruger and Zane Barnard. Timeout. Lovo still feeling the effects of that tackle, that boom tackle. Time is off. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to be going downfield and actually on the field afterwards. We're going to be interviewing man of the matches and maybe coaches, and also I think it's time that we have an interview with one of the officials, so I'm going to bring in the the referee as well. I hope I can get down to Jaco Smith to make sure that he gets a chance, because these officials, the referees, the ARs, the medics, the groundsmen, all those that serve rugby, the managers of the side, credit to you. Whatever club you support, whatever club you serve, whatever school you serve, thank you for being those service providers on the sidelines to make it possible for us to enjoy this beautiful game. Oh, well done to the Stormers last night as well, and their victory. Look at Lalvo, tissue in the nose as well, but Lalvo says, I know that these 3 points are going to be so valuable. We have a look at the scoreboard. And now we have a see. 28 points to 13. It's basically time up because there's flashing zeros on the scoreboard. And referee Jaco Smith calls it quits here now, and he says, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for being with us at the Villagers Club in Claremont, because that final whistle signals a win for Villagers. Villagers 28 and Brackenfell 13. But Brackenfell, credit to you as well for your courageous display. And Villagers, you're on a roll now. The last 2 games, victories for you. And I'll be making my way downstairs ready for on-field commentary and interviews. And we will be back with you shortly, so please don't go away. It's going to be interesting to hear from the people involved in the game directly, and catch you in a few seconds after the ad break. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing here on the field with a very proud captain. Look at that smile, look at that glimlach. It's the smile of a George Fritz, who has actually led his troops to a second victory in a row after beating the Ikeys on Wednesday evening. George, how does it feel?
It's a nice feeling. It was a tough week for us. We had Ikeys on Wednesday night, and today Brackies. Hats off to them, brilliant game, also a very hard game. But nice to feel another win in the bag, 5 points, very happy captain.
You know, I'm going to give credit to you personally. I've had the honour of commentating on some of the Villagers games. And George, your presence on the field, you've led these troops by example. And I'm patting you on the back, not just to be kind, but to be honest. You have really worked hard yourself. It's almost like a follow me on, troops. Do you agree with me?
Thank you very much. I couldn't done it with my teammates and the Lord above. That gives me strength every weekend to come back. And my teammates also, guys, they back me from the beginning. It's not always lucky to be the oldest guy on the pitch, but the guys back me, and thank you for the nice comments and stuff. Really appreciate it.
Well, what do you think Dion Fourie feels when he comes on for the Springboks and he has to play a full 78 minutes, say in that World Cup final? So you can't retire yet?
No, he's got about 5 years on me, so
Okay.
that's why he's still fit and stuff.
Anybody in the side here that you'd like to pat on the back? I know you've patted every single person, but I can give you some names as well. I thought Tane was brilliant the other night, bit quiet today, but who would you recognise?
I would say our prop Carl Bealey. I think for the whole season so far, he's played 80 minutes, hasn't come off once this year. Carl Bealey, Thomas Meyer, the 7 flanks also brilliant. I think Dan Aspeling, there's not enough credit to Dan Aspeling, but he's playing good rugby. And also the 10. He had a few knocks today, the 10s, massive tackles in him, but he stood up. He's like a Goliath, he comes back and comes back.
Well, you're going to celebrate off the field tonight. I'm sure you're going to lead by example there. George, it's been wonderful being with you on the sideline now. Can you introduce your chairman here?
This is Anton Kuzner, our chairman. We wouldn't have been here today if it wasn't for this guy. So, Anton, thank you for everything, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
George, before you go off to go and celebrate, can you hand it over to Anton?
You guys need subtitles now for Anton.
Subtitles, yeah.
Right, thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Right, only a pleasure. Congratulations. Anton. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
And I can see the smile just even bigger than George's, a chairman. And before I hand over to Anton, I just want to say congratulations. Thank you for investing in club rugby. Thank you for being there. And how do you feel about your club now?
Oh, geez, the first 3 matches were heartbreak. Well, the first two were a heartbreak when we lost by a point. But I mean, it's all about composure, and trying to build a team from the top down is quite difficult. So, and that's what we have to do this year from a rebuilding phase. So, and we've got a great bunch of boys, and they play for each other, and that's all we can ask for. And as you can see, we're now getting the results. It's number 2 on the bounce, 5 points, and this Brackenfell team was tough. Today, they stuck it in, they carried on. I mean, I can't say enough positive stuff about them, but from a midweek game to this one, guys got a bit tired. We could see that they got a bit fatigued, but once again, it just shows the quality and the spirit of this team, and I couldn't be more prouder and happy to do this every single week, which is fantastic.
Well, I'll take my cap off to you, sir, and all your other officials and sponsors and committee and that you lead. Congratulations to you, because club rugby would not be basically not where it is at the Super League A level in the Western Province here if it wasn't for people backing it. And
Absolutely.
I thank you for that investment. Long may you continue to do so. And we look forward to seeing you making your 3rd win in a row.
Well, we hope so. SK is hard at the track.
Correct.
So, yeah, SK, we're coming for you, but we're going to give it a proper go.
Good man.
Thank you. All the best.
Anton, thank you, sir. Go and celebrate with your troops.
Thank you very much.
Yako. George, can you bring Yako across, please? Ladies and gentlemen, we thank captains. We're now thanking a man that is needed, or a lady that is needed, and that is an official of the game. We wouldn't be able to play this game if it wasn't possible to actually have the people in the middle directing the orchestra. None other than my man that I pat on the back here on the shoulder, Yako Smith. This is your 20th consecutive year of officiating rugby for this province, correct?
That would be correct, yes.
And what got you into the game? 2004, I think, is when you blew your first game.
Yeah, on the 4th of May 2004, it was actually a bet that I lost against my father. I was always an armchair critic. So my dad told me, listen, if you're so good, then go and do it yourself. So I said, okay, I'll do 1 game, just to prove that I can. And yeah, this is actually my 1,200th game. So,
Good gracious.
yeah.
Well,
all
you know
all
what?
those games back.
It always says in the family, listen to dad, listen to mom. And I'm so glad you did, because the experience that you've brought in over all the years, think of all the players that have retired since you started refereeing, that are now actually watching you, probably critiquing you. Why don't you invite them back?
Yeah, the thing is, like a lot of these players that, actually I know them by name, they know me by name. It's not a thing of being disrespectful. We respect each other, and it actually makes life easier on the field. So, like they say, not all rugby players are good refs. So yeah, hopefully I can get a few of those ex-players to come with, and yeah, and join the society.
I'm going to give you a challenge. While you're out there doing your games, I hope there's still many a game to come still. Don't start thinking of sitting in that armchair game.
I'm still young, so I've got a lot of years left. I told the chairman, yeah, I've got a few. As long as I pass my fitness and I pass my law exam, then I'll be on the field.
Well, good man, Jaco, because I hope to see you. I've always enjoyed watching your officiating. It is direct. People know where they stand with you. It's easy to see from the commentary box as well that Jaco's going to make his mind up and do that, because you're calm, cool and collective, and that's what helps the game flow. So thank you for embracing the crowds. Thank you for embracing the players. Thank you for being there for club rugby, Super League A, any league. And thank you for being a servant to our beloved game of rugby in South Africa.
Sir, thank you, and it's always been a privilege just to be a servant of the game. And like Doc Craven said, jy's nie groter as die game nie. So I thank you.
On those wise words, sir, I look forward to your 2000 game, and may we celebrate then with a bit of maybe sparkling water on that 2000 game, wherever it may be.
I thank you, sir.
Go well, Jaco. Right, we're just going to be waiting for the Brackenfell community to join us. They need to have a word this afternoon. They've been exceptional in their efforts, and they're just finishing off with their team talk. We're going to an advert break, and we'll come back for the Brackenfell feedback, what they felt about their visit to Villages this afternoon. Just remember, it's an ad break time now. Here on the Villages ground, and I've got Maxwell with me, Stoffels, the assistant coach, and I've got the captain and Mr. Marcel Roux. And let's start with you, Maxwell. A lot of hard work goes into the training every week, and it always leaves a little bit of bitterness in the throat afterwards. But I'm going to turn it around for you. Credit to Brackenfell, credit to the officials, credit to the players. Give me a positive that you take out of today's game.
Obviously, it was a good sporting spectacle. I think it was a competitive game. Villagers were more clinical than us. So the positives for me were that we created opportunities, but we never capitalized. So yeah, all the best for Villagers. They deserve to win today. They were definitely the better side.
And Maxwell, I agree with you, because you noticed when you had your chances and you did take one or two, it looked like you got your tails up, Marcel, and you actually realised where the try line was and you wanted those points. And then there were moments as well when they went to begging. So spot on, but the positive is that you created those opportunities. So well done to you. Marcel, You know, you've got your assistant coach here. How do you feel at the present moment about that? Give me some positives from the game about Brackenfell.
I think from the start we had our heads in the game. I think the thing is just today is that a positive note for me always to say is we don't lose a game, it's always we win or we learn. And today it was definitely something that we had to go back to the drawboard on Tuesday to learn, to take this stuff and learn of it. So yeah, credit to Villagers, as Maxwell said now today. They really came for us. It was a nice physical match. But yeah, you take it on the chin, we take it forward, and we're excited for the rest of the season. And
credit to both you men, because you know it's not about sulking because we lost or dropping down. We've got to go and celebrate as a community. We all here for club rugby. We all here. You're going to go and have a cup of tea together just now and enjoy it and make friends. And you've made them on the field there as well. I'm going to ask both of you. You're going to tell me all of them, but if you had to pat one or two or three of your Brackenfell men on the back this afternoon, who would you do, Maxwell?
I would pat my Lucy's.
Yeah.
All three of them.
Yeah.
I think they gave everything.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the manner in which we got into our systems weren't good enough.
Okay.
In order to pose a threat, but yeah.
6, 7 and 8.
6, 7 and 8.
Good for you. Actually, I'll give you mine just now. Marcel, your head was in there, but who would you like to say thanks to in your Brackenfell?
I would have to say for our finishers, Q and Eamon and Kwacha, both of them really stepped it up today and actually ran hard with the ball. So I take my hats off for them. It was actually a talking point last week that our backline had to fire a little bit, and those two came out and showed us how to fire, and they capitalised from it. So proud of those boys.
Cuman Eamon, the fullback from number 15. Yeah. Wow, he's got some dancing shoes on him. Eh? He puts Michael Jackson to shame there, boy, because he can beat many a player. If you don't mind me saying, I thought your number 8 was absolutely outstanding, and Mr. Spreeth. And wow, he did so much good work, and in the tight phases as well. So, gentlemen, we're going to close things up here, but may I just say on behalf of all rugby lovers in our beautiful country, thank you for supporting rugby at the roots level, and I say that with respect. The schoolboys, we've got to acknowledge the club rugby, because it's from here, this nursery, that hopefully you can elevate your players to be recognised for Stormers and other higher teams and internationals. So gentlemen, I want to shake your hand, Marcel. Thank you for actually being such a positive captain. And Maxwell,
thank you so much.
Go back on Tuesday, celebrate today, and see you at the next game. It's been lovely being here with you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, all the best. I'm sure your team's waiting for you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here I am this afternoon. Now I stand alone, and I stand here saying, what an afternoon it has been. Thank you for being with us. Global Sports Network bringing you the service, and UXR Sport, the sponsor, the business sponsor for the specific game this afternoon. My name is Barry Wilson, and I just say to you, as I always end off and say, trying to keep it positive, trying to keep it happy. If you see someone walking around a rugby field or even just in this anywhere around you with a sad face, give him one of your happy smiles or her, and let's continue to believe in our beautiful game of rugby and happiness amongst the people of this great country. I sign off now tonight until we meet again next time. Thank you for being with us.